as part of efforts to ensure that products and services from African countries meet the international benchmarks in terms of standards in order to enhance competitiveness, facilitate trade to create a unified market where quality is the order of the day. African Organization for Standards General Assembly converge on Abuja to proffer lasting solutions. The meeting is in line with the provision of the African Continental Free Trade Area on how to create awareness on the role of standardization in sustainable development for the continent to catch up with the rest of the world. Speaking at the 30th ARSO General Assembly, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment Doris Uzoka-Anite said, "Successful and sustainable export depend on compliance to globally recognized quality infrastructure and requirements." Represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ambassador Noura Rimi, the minister says standards is key in placing the continent at par with advanced world.
The standardization activities at the national, regional and global levels will require robust synergy and collaboration among African nations and ARSO member states to facilitate the implementation of AfCFTA agreements concerning enhancing a common regulatory framework in the context of TPT Annex 6.
The host and Director General, Standard Organization of Nigeria, Ifeanyi Okeke, said, "Standardization is not merely about setting guidelines for fostering a quality culture that affects every aspect of life."
I have no doubt in my mind that this August Assembly is a call to a feat for the policymakers, educators, industry leaders, and all stakeholders to unite in fostering an educational system that is resilient, inclusive, and quality-driven. Thus, we can nurture a generation of Africans who are not only fit for the 21st century, but are also those that transcend borders and promote standards across the continent.
Africa can achieve competitiveness in most of its product sectors by deliberately investing in drivers of competitiveness such as quality infrastructure and specifically in standards. Production of high-quality goods and services will enable us to gain a meaningful share of global proceeds from trade.
On his part, the ARSO president, Professor Alexander Dodo, called on African countries to use the standard of trade to change the narrative.
We owe it to ourselves as African leaders of the National Standards Bureau, to confront the African reality, to educate the African with the reality of Africa, to find solutions for our problems, to create jobs within the continent, but above all, to create wealth which will cement the true independence that our forefathers fought for. Politically, we are free. Economically, we are still in slavery. The time to use standards, trade, business, and wealth creation to liberate the continent is now.
If we don't manage to have a self-declaration as industries, we will continue to wait the Bureau of Standards and Regulators play a role of the police, because there is no trust created. But if we embrace standards on our own will, look at the requirements of the standards, we can self-declare as.
The theme of the 30th ARSO General Assembly is Educate an African, Fit for the 21st Century, Building a Quality Culture, One Market, One Standard. CNN News.